Alright guys, this is my second time here. We're here at SCVRC indoor track here in Valencia, Santa Clarita, California. Let's go in and take a look around. Save more. See if they're open right now. Oh. What's going on, man? Keo, just came here to take a look around and advertise with some friends online. Thanks, man. What's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, nice to meet you. Good. This place is definitely nice. Everything's nicely organized here in this proper place. If you guys are looking for a nice indoor track here in Valencia, Santa Clarita, California, this is the place to come to. Somebody's definitely doing some nice work here. So how long you worked here?
Oh, I worked here for about 2 years.
2 years, nice. Is the track open right now?
Yeah, so the way you get back to it, you can go back out to the red rally.
All right.
So if you're trying to get a quick look.
Nice. Come this way.
You just take it to the area from over here.
All right, thanks, man. So who's the owner here?
His name's Eric.
Yeah, okay.
It's just where my dad pits. That's where we do all of our woodworking stuff.
Okay.
When we have bigger races, we clean it all up, get the thing here. We got pit areas on the other side.
No, this track was renamed. It was called, what was it called before?
Back in the day, it was called 111.
Okay.
And some other owners bought it, named it SCVRC. And the new owner got it, kept the dirt for like a year and a half, 2 years. And we've been parked it for a year. So.
Yeah, I came here. I think it was dirt once before. I was only here for a few minutes. I came during closing hours. So I haven't been by here since. So check it out.
Yeah, changed all the carpet, built the whole subfloor. So it's not on concrete.
Right, nice. I see some familiar faces. They're from the AV.
Yeah.
Man, it has been a while since I've ran anything RC. So what are the hours here?
Hours, so Monday we're closed. Tuesday we're open from 1 o'clock to 11 o'clock. Saturday I open at 10. We have racing at 5. And we close whenever racing's over. And then Sunday I open at 12 o'clock and I close at 7 for open races.
Nice. Yeah, you know, it's so hard to find an indoor track. I know the last one that I was familiar with was Air Dog.
Yeah, Air Dog. Yeah.
And do you guys use padding or something, or is it just carpet or what?
Carpet. Carpet and then leather.
How do you get around over there? Okay, we'll do. Nice tracker, nice layout, nice and cool. Keep you out of the heat. You know, that's one thing that with Southern California, with a lot of tracks and whatnot. I was talking to some guys online, and there seems to be a shortage of RCs. Like it was going up like in 2011 or so, and it kind of dropped down. On a lot of guys that went over to drones and whatnot, but
yeah, the RC's really been up and down, up and down. We're in the down right now. There's a track called OCRC, which is the best track in the world.
And you know, it's just good to be able to race when you just want to enjoy, come out and enjoy without the extreme heat.
Yeah, the good thing about carpet is there's no prepping on tires. It's always the same. You know, the tires put them on, you have to go to track.
Yeah. Yeah, I know when I ran my, my E-Revo Air Dog several years ago, everybody had a problem with overheating. With a lot of tracks because of the mud and stuff, but you know, that's typical, you know, when you're running on that, but sometimes you just want to at least be able just to run without worrying about overheating and stuff like that.
There's a couple cars we don't allow here, like 8 scales we don't allow.
Obviously.
4x4 Silverport is like a metal chassis, we don't allow it to be Silverport. We're keeping these little single drive chairs up.
Right.
We had to change the carpet over a year, so it's been holding up for years.
What about 16 scale? You guys have a
16 scale? No, there's not really. Everything mainly now, everywhere is like 10 scale buggy. Yeah.
Definitely a nice track. All right, well, I'm gonna walk around and see if I recognize their faces, man. Business has actually gone. There hasn't been a lot of technological advances to RCs. You had, I think maybe with 2010 or so, you had Traxxas obviously with the Revo 3.3, so you had the motor, and then eventually when they started adding in the Bluetooth technology to some of the controllers, you had that. Then they added in the waterproofing. You know, there was a demand after that, but then you had drones, you have cameras, you have everything else. So you really didn't have a lot of technological advances for RCs that would really push it. I think it's still calling for it in some kind of ways, but there has to be something else that keeps the momentum going. Yeah, there's like after brushless and lipo, there's nothing really else after that at least we can think of. Somewhere it has to be an idea somewhere, but like right now, you had brushless, you had lipo, you had Bluetooth, then you had what else was it? Waterproofing, waterproof electronics. So it was always that next big thing, and then it was like it just kind of died out. And honestly, in my personal opinion, if it wasn't for Traxxas,
I would have died way earlier. Right. Traxxas brought the game back. They introduced short course. Short course took over the world for racing. At least they took it over. And then it's died down again. The rock crawlers right now, those things are taking over. Drones are on ESPN. Those things are super fun, super sketchy to fly, but they're super fun.
Yeah, and then you have, you know, like the DJI series, you have all the drones, and, you know, see, they have the technological advances to, you know, follow me and all those things. I think, you know what, if they did some of that for RCs as far as the ability to drift without losing control or going off the track, that might give it a push, because you would have some things on there that would keep it going. But, you know, with Traxxas, when they introduced the X-maxx, and also the what was it, the 8-scale supercar?
I don't know the name, but the one that goes like 100 miles per hour.
The X01. When they introduced that, that really changed the game as far as the parts and everything, the tires, because they don't balloon. So you know, if they have some more advancements, that would definitely keep the hobby going. But other than that, it's just really like a stalemate right now.
Yeah, everything right now for, like you said, racing sake is upgrading lipos, making them a little bit stronger. Motors, they're making them lighter, faster.
Right.
Controllers are always getting better, cars are always getting better, like Associated's new V6 that just came out, I think is amazing, especially for carpet. It comes out of the box ready to go for carpet.
True.
X-Ray, they've always been killing it. They're from Europe.
Which one's X-Ray?
X-Ray, so if you look right here, this is an X-Ray two-wheel drive stadium truck.
Alright. Oh yeah, this one.
That's a stadium truck. This is the two-wheel drive buggy.
Okay.
So these two are from Europe, so that's the best quality you're going to get.
Is it stock with carbon?
Yeah, that's, everything's stock in there except for the screw set and then the brass bulkhead up front.
Yeah, definitely with carbon.
Actually, no, it's not stock with carbon. I lied. No, it's not. It looks like this.
Okay.
But like the shock towers are all carbon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, most suppliers want to supply carbon right out of the box.
Yeah, X-rays, they're with Huddy, so Huddy makes the best stuff. They make the whole setup stations and all that. Their quality's beyond everybody else's.
What? And how much do you guys charge for vehicle repairs around here?
For vehicle repairs, we charge $35 an hour. It usually doesn't take me an hour depending on what it is. But like I said, most of our clientele are racers, so they usually work on their own stuff. Very often we get like a random person with a slash. Right. But usually it doesn't take that long to fix it.
Right. How long did it take you to fix that Baja back
there? That one took a while. We had to wait on parts, and then I had he broke the roll cage, so that was like over 50 screws just to get the body off. Right. So that one took a while.
Jesus, 50 screws?
Yeah, every little piece of that panel screws off.
Yeah. I was going to buy one of those several years ago, but I was like, you know what? Where would I actually race it?
Yeah, those things are big and fast. It says it goes like 55 miles per hour.
Yeah. You know what? I went to the Drone Expo back in 2015, and someone modified that to where it had a harness or something on it. I have that on one of my videos on my YouTube. And they took the Baja, modified it to where it had a harness on there for cameras. So that way you wouldn't have a shocks or anything like that. But pretty cool modification on that.
See, that would be like FPV on RC cars would be legit on road.
Well,
there's no jumps.
Right. Well, they weren't using it for RPV. They were using it for camera recording.
Yeah, but
instead of a
if
dollar.
you could do it for FPV, like FPV on road, it'd be legit.
Right.
I think hard about off road is the jumps and all that. But
It will still be fun. I mean, I just think that something like that would just add an extra dynamic,
Mhm.
you know, to either. I mean, because obviously with RC you can still look at it and then
Yeah.
you look at the, you know, the camera feed. But you know, it would give companies like Traxxas and I'm not. Is Optimus still around?
no,
Or
not Horizon,
Losi.
yeah, they
That would still, you know, keep them competitive in the game. That just add something else on there just for fun, you know. Like when Traxxas introduced the Bluetooth controllers and you can mount it and stuff. I mean, people, you know, you didn't really need it.
Yeah,
It was just
people
there.
want it.
Right. So, which companies are still around now? It's Traxxas.
Traxxas, Horizon, those are for like the basher stuff, and then race cars are Team Associated, Kyosho, Yokomo, and X-Ray. Those are the top 4 right now.
Right.
Losi's good too. Losi's really good on dirt.
Yeah.
Their car's really good. We had the designers come down and they tested their carpet car,
Oh, nice.
and it looked really, really good actually. So
Right. I did some video of the what was it, RCX 20, I think it was 2011. Traxxas, they did a pretty good show on carpet with running the E-Revos,
Mhm.
doing a lot of flips and,
yeah,
you know, a lot of flips and stuff. But
yeah. Traxxas has always been good for bashing. Carpet for racing is a whole nother game. Like these tires grip into the carpet instead of sliding on top.
right.
And like basically we're trying to take away traction now, not gain traction.
Mm-hmm.
Because these cars, if it's not set up and you turn, it's going to flip over.
Right.
Like it's. But all these cars that are coming out, like you can get any car around the track with the right tires, lower your car, stiffen it, and it'll go around the track and you'll have fun.
Right. Yeah, I made a problem several years ago. I did a modification on my Revo 3.3 thinking I needed a whole bunch of other stuff. And I just came to the realization that Traxxas really aren't, you know, that's just a short course.
Mhm.
It's not really a track car.
Yeah.
I had the Revo 3.3, the E-Revo, and then I even have my 16 scale Revo. Did so many modifications on it, and I just came to the realization, like, you know what, this is not meant for track, and it's meant for bashing and just going speed and having fun, because
Yeah.
I invested so much in my 16 scale
Big
Revo.
thing for the little 16 Revo, if you put one of these wings on it instead of the little one,
Right.
it makes it work a lot better.
Really?
I have one out here now messing around with it doing backflips and stuff. But that wing makes it work a lot better.
Nice. Which wing is
It's not
that?
just any 10 scale buggy wing.
Yeah. You know, I took a lot of the parts that I remember the Losi A scale.
Yeah.
The what is it? Was it 16 scale? It was the Losi 8 Mini.
The Mini 8, yeah.
I
You
took
put
so
that
many.
wing on there, too.
I took so many parts off that, put on the E-Revo, because the stock wing for the 16 scale Revo, it was nothing. That thing would break so easily, whatever. So I put that one on there, made it stiffer, tougher, last a lot longer. Some shocks and some extra tires. I even took some soft, some soft tires off of a 10 scale car, put them on my E-Revo, and so that way it would take jumps a lot easier. A lot of people think it was all in the shocks, but those soft tires absorb so much of the shock that I didn't even need to really change out the shocks or anything, man. So, you know, something you learn every day, you know, testing and stuff. But man, I haven't done any wrench time. Oh God, I'm ashamed now. Since 2013 was the last time I actually put in some wrench work. I mean, but I got all my parts available, and I'm just like, oh, well, I'll get around to it, but I just haven't done it. So, hey, have you heard from what was that guy? He used to work over at what was that? The shop that was just right across the street.
Hobby people?
Yeah. Well, Randy.
No, I haven't heard it.
You haven't heard from Randy? Man, he was a good guy. I love talking to him.
Get back right. Customer coming in.
All right, man. Well, I'm gonna walk around. It's been nice talking to you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Take it easy.
Man, thank you for your time, man.
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Oh, looks like somebody got the same hauler bag that I do. Nice. All right, we're here on the other side of SCVRC, and we're just checking out the pit area, guys. Very nice track here. It's cool in here, probably about 75. I know these put out about 70 degrees You guys got these big fans here to keep you cool. Hey man, how's it going? You good?
Alright, how about yourself?
I got you. Nice pit area, nice and cool in here, so. Step up here. So we're here at the track. This is where you'll be racing from here, SVCRC. Got a chair for the turn marshals. How's it going, man? Some other guys I used to race with at the tracks at Air Dogs and Chaos. Good, man. How you been?
Good. It's been a while.
Oh, I know.
Jesus, I had to think where I know him from.
Well, I used to go to Air Dog and then Chaos.
Yep,
but,
then
know,
Chaos, yeah.
I got so busy with all my other hobbies and stuff, I kind of neglected RCs.
Oh, no, same here. I'm into off-roading, a little bit, you know, of everything. Now that I'm retired, man, I got all the time in the world to do this crap, you know?
Oh, nice.
I love it.
I'll try to get some good shots today.
Gotta dust off the cobweb.
Oh, man, nice. He is tearing up the truck. Flying. All right, I'm gonna take off. You guys have fun.
Team